Hello and welcome to Elecspo and a Merry Christmas to every single one of you. And because it is Christmas Day, we've got a Christmas inspired video. I have made Christmas FC. It's very much like the Christmas FC I did last year on FIFA, but this time we are doing it on a football manager and we're going to see if Christmas FC can survive in the Premier League. Let's dive into this simulation, let's see who's in the team and let's see just how they get on in the Premier League. Okay, here we are in the simulation and this is Christmas FC. This was Man United, but I've changed the name to Christmas FC and I have removed every single player from the club and given them a whole crop of Christmas inspired puntastic players who might do well, they might not. Before we go any further, we'll have a little look at the changes. Obviously Christmas FC, they're called Xmas FC. They no longer play at Old Trafford, they now play at the North Pole. It's still in Manchester, but I mean, there's probably a Santa's Grotto in the Trafford Centre, isn't there? In terms of managers, well, we've got none other than Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho. Genius this is, genius. Ignore the fact Harry Maguire and Bruno Fernandes are still the captains, because they are no longer there. Let's run through the squad. We have got, some of these are awful by the way, and it's very much the same team we had on FIFA last year, plus a few other ones I found. We have got Ryan Bauble, Andy Christmas Carroll, Tom Christmas Carroll, Santa Cazorla, Kingsley Coman, Fabian de Elf, Angel Di Maria, Eden Decorations, Gabriel Baby Jesus, Baby Jesus, the three Kings, Andy King, Josh King and Tom King, another Jesus, Jesus Navas, Mark Snowball, which is an absolute stretch, St. Nicholas Pope, Father Christmas in goal, Roque Santa Cruz, which writes itself, and Musa Sissoko sitting in the middle of midfield. I mean, we've got some good players here, Kingsley Coman, Angel Di Maria, Eden Dzeko, Gabriel Jesus, and we've got a 39-year-old Roque Santa Cruz. So I mean, it might go well, it might not, but how will Jose Mourinho do with Christmas FC? They are currently 20th in the Premier League, just because of alphabet, and they're down as Xmas FC. But can the spirit of Christmas guide this team to Premier League safety, maybe even a top half or European push? Maybe things will go even better than that. Maybe Christmas FC can go all the way and challenge for the title. But now is the time to find out. First things first, we're going to go at the 31st of December. That'll be halfway through the season. We will be able to see how Christmas FC are getting on in the middle of their favourite time of year. Let's go at the 31st of December. Let's do that now. Right, here we are, the 31st of December 2021, and things are going a lot better than I expected for Christmas FC. They are not in a relegation battle, they aren't even just fighting to be in the top half. They are sitting in 7th place with 34 points on the board and only a point behind Everton, who are in 4th. And with Christmas FC we have got Mark Snowball leading the way for creativity. He's got 9 assists, more than anyone in the Premier League, and that has helped Christmas 11 sit 7th in the top flight. They're ahead of Spurs on goal difference, they're ahead of Arsenal, they're ahead of Leicester, Tottenham. Pretty good, you know, pretty damn good. Obviously I wonder what's actually happened to the real Man United players, because I just had to release them. I'm going to have a quick little look. Where's Cristiano Ronaldo gone? He's still a free agent. No Christmas gifts for Cristiano. Wanted man. Wanted by Paris Saint-Germain, AC, Inter, Juventus and Real Madrid. What about Sancho? I'm not going to look at too many of these. This isn't the point of the video. Jadon Sancho is also a free agent. And he's wanted by Villa, Palace, Newcastle, Norwich, Liverpool, Bayern and PSG. I mean, those last three are a bit realistic, but the other ones, Jesus Christ, Jadon, you're having an awful time, son. Might as well stay being a free agent. Also, I forgot to mention at the start of this video, I've made sure that Christmas FC have got a transfer ban. So they can't sign any players in January, they can't get rid of it, well they probably could get rid of players, but they can't bring anyone else in. The players who they've got at the start are the ones who they're going to have at the end. Jose Mourinho though is getting a tune out of his Christmas crop. Eden Decorations the captain, Jesus Navas the baby Jesus the vice captain. Has anyone been sold? I bloody hope not. No, they've kept hold of everyone, which is good to see. Let's see how they've been getting on, who's been the star of the show. And the best player has been, well, it's been Angel Di Maria. Tom King with one appearance. doing pretty well there, got a 7.4. But of the players actually consistently starting, Di Maria, Gabriel Jesus and Moussa Sissoko have been the star performers. In fact, everyone's actually played a part, which is really heartwarming to see. Even Andy Carroll, even though he's only made one start and got 3 substitute appearances, everyone has played at least a minute of football in this season so far. The Christmas cheer is spreading around the North Pole, aka Old Trafford, and Christmas FC are doing quite well. Edin Dzeko, the top scorer with 11 goals. The aforementioned Mark Noble leading the creativity charts with 9 assists, closely followed by Angel Di Maria and Santi Cazorla. You know what it is? It's actually not a bad little team. The last starting 11 here was Nick Pope in goal, Moussa Sissoko right back, which is pretty ambitious, Andy King at centre back. Why Andy King was playing centre back, I don't know. Jesus Navas left back, Noble and Tom Carroll in the middle, Di Maria, Santa Cruz, Ryan Babel in midfield. Then you got Gabriel Jesus leading the line. I'm going to have a little look at some of the fixtures because obviously they're still in the Champions League as well. In a group alongside Dynamo Kiev, Atletico and Benfica. Have they made it through? Let's have a wee look. They've came second in their group. They've gone through only just with 6 points on the board, and they've made it through to the next round. League Cup, they've been knocked out. They were beaten by Crystal Palace. That's not very Christmassy. Have they gone over Christmas? Interestingly, obviously it should be the best time for them. 15th of December they beat Newcastle. Then on the 18th they drew 1-1 with Aston Villa. Chelsea beat them on Boxing Day, which kind of makes sense because they'd probably be knackered after delivering all those presents. Am I taking this metaphor too far? Perhaps. Then they beat Crystal Palace on the 20th of December with Gabriel Jesus and a regen, someone fake, scoring the winner. Which that's not fair. That's not what we wanted here. Poor Andy King's having to play a lot of football at centre back. That's despite being Man United's number 10. His average rating isn't very good, but that's fair enough considering he's not a Premier League player and he's not a centre back. But incredibly, things are going okay for Christmas FC. They are 7th in the Premier League and they are primed for a charge on the European places. Will they get there? Can they go even further? Let's simulate until the end of the season. Let's see where Christmas FC finish in the Premier League. Okay, here we are at the end of the season and Christmas FC are going on a European adventure. They have narrowly missed out on Champions League qualification. They have came 5th with 64 points on the board. They were 2 points behind Chelsea, who secured the final Champions League place. But they finished above West Ham, Southampton, Everton, Leicester, Arsenal. It's been a wonderful season for Christmas FC, and to be honest, I'm really surprised at how well they've done. I mean, look at that. Mark Noble getting 13 assists. Mark Noble of all people. I mean, the man's 35 years old, and he's just got 13 Premier League assists, yet only one Player of the Match award. Average rating 7.09. That is a Christmas miracle. Still managed by Jose Mourinho, and for some reason there's been a change of captain. Ed Woodward left, which is probably for the best. Why is Edin Dzeko no longer the captain? Oh, he's retired. Edin Dzeko has called it a day. After one season of Christmas cheer with the Xmas 11, 12 Premier League goals and 27 appearances, he has rode off into the sunset with his Christmas decorations well intact. Let's check the schedule out, see if they won any trophies. Champions League, they made it to the first knockout round where they were playing Juventus, where sadly they lost 4-0, which is fair enough when you consider the team they had in the first leg. I mean, now they went down to 10 men, that was pretty poor. Jesus Navas getting sent off, that's not very Christmassy. What about the other competitions? FA Cup, they were beaten in the quarter-finals by Everton. But in the end, Christmas FC have finished 5th in the Premier League. The star player there, Tom King with his 1 appearance. Gabriel Jesus got 18 goals by the end of the season. Obviously we know Dzeko did brilliantly as well, but he's retired. Angel Di Maria a star. Moussa Sissoko playing very, very well. Jesus Navas has been brilliant, even though he's crossed the Manchester divide. We've actually got a few players who were playing for effectively Man United after leaving Man City. Jesus Navas, Gabriel Jesus, Edin Dzeko, Fabian Delph, Roque Santa Cruz. And the sad thing is, basically every player except for Tom King, Nick Pope, the 2 goalkeepers, Tom Carroll and Jesus Navas, other than those 4, every single player at least scored 1 goal. No, Andy Carroll's gone actually. Andy Carroll must have retired. Unless they've dumped him in the reserves. No, how harsh! They've dumped Andy Carroll in the reserves. He is retiring though, to be fair to him. Did Andy Carroll score a goal at least? He did. 1 Premier League goal. Come on, Andy. Love that. Absolutely love that. A Christmas Carol if ever there was one. The most creative player was of course it was Mark Noble. 13 assists. Then you got Sissoko, Angel Di Maria, Angel obviously. One of the biggest disappointments is probably Kingsley Coman. 6 goals, 5 assists. It's not actually that bad. Average rating wasn't not spectacular compared to the likes of Moussa Sissoko and Mark Noble. Actually, it's better than Mark Noble. I'm talking rubbish. One of the big disappointments is Fabian Delph, but I mean, it's Fabian Delph, what do you expect? And Josh King, the former Man United man, back at the club, refashioned as Christmas FC, and he got 4 goals for Santa's boys? I don't know what to call them. The Christmas elves? Just not the Red Devils. But Christmas FC have done it. They've performed beyond my wildest expectations. Jose Mourinho has guided Christmas FC to a 5th place finish. I thought we might be battling relegation. I know this team had some stars, but it had some massively weak areas. But Christmas cheer has dragged them to a 5th place finish, and a Europa League campaign awaits them in the next season. But for now, that is where we will be leaving things. Thank you so much for watching. As we said at the start, a very Merry Christmas to every one of you and your families. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Elecspo, and until next time we will see you around.